Hey guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly. So I got asked by Isabella to do a video on my folk art houses. I have a couple videos of me doing them in a little series, and she wanted me to do it and scale it down a little bit and do the houses and make it more like a scene, so I could walk through and help her do one as well, and maybe help other people too. Trying to get to a lot of your requests. I have a lot coming up. I have a few already recorded, and I have Secret asked me to do H2Os and um, oh, something else she asked me, Dynaflow, and that'll be coming up too as well. And that's about it. So this is a piece of Bristol paper, which I love Bristol. Now I know I'm going to be doing work on here that will probably make it bow a little bit, but I'm not worried about it. I'm just going to go for it. First, I'm going to start with Americana multi-surface. I want dark brown, not metallic. Cal, you can do metallic. Yeah, what the heck? Let's do metallic. Now, when you're using the multi-surface, you want to shake it. This is fantastic. It goes on everything. And I'm so excited because I have some Halloween stuff coming up I'm using these paints with. So I'm very excited. But I do like to tell you guys to make sure you shake these. It's not like your regular matte acrylic paint. It's essentially glossy with a less gloss. That's why it's satin. But you do want to shake it so that product gets in there. Otherwise, when you squirt it down, you're going to be getting you're going to be getting some clearness. So I'm just going to kind of map out with this. I know, very bizarre, but that's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to use it, and this is, yes, chocolate. Okay, Kelly said that. Welcome to my life. All right, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this down. Now, I'm using a page that I must have used for jelly print or something, and I like that in the background. I don't know how much of that will show through, but because this is like whimsical and folk arty, it's just what I want to do. But definitely use a canvas or, I always tell you guys use watercolor paper, use mixed media paper, use your printer paper even. I mean, do it with markers. Do it with markers. Do it with Crayola markers. They're fantastic. Or the Crayola paints, watercolor, acrylic. It doesn't matter. Just do it. And I know a lot of you write me about redoing videos because they were done a while ago, or you want me to do something, and I know I already have videos for them, but I know it's a pain in the butt to go through them all. I have a lot of videos. So I like redoing things because I change as an artist as well, and it just gives me that chance to update it somewhat. All right. Did she take a breath to breathe in the middle of all that talking? Yes, I did. All right. Now I want to put another coat on. All right, another coat on. There we go. I was like, don't punk out on me now. You guys are so wonderful with all your comments over my birds and my tree. My husband's like, you gotta do like a series. You gotta do a series. You gotta do a little, a few more. He's like, well, hang them in the living room because I'd like to make prints of it because I love it. I gotta just see how they'll come out. But I will say this. If you guys are wanting to buy it or you want me to do one for you, let me know. I got two people put in for me, not put in, how you say, requests for me to do two commissions on them. So, and do a version of that for them. So that's very exciting. I love when things like that happen and I get paid and then I can do more giveaways because I love doing giveaways for you guys. I love it. Okay. So I don't necessarily need that too, how you say, even. You know what I'm saying? Like painted down here because I'm gonna do some like doodle or something in there. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna do something. I want to add a tree. So this is wonderful. I just saw this morning when I came up. The inks that I used yesterday for my trees, my tree and the birds I did, they're still wet somewhat. And that I guess must be from the water and everything. It didn't go away. So I'm kind of happy with that. I'm not going to rinse my brush. I'm just going straight in, just a little bit. And I think I'm going to add a tree. I want the tree to be, oh, how do I want the tree? Oh, well, let's just go for it, Cal. Don't think about it too much. I'm just going to like drag this in as the tree. As you can see, it's a tree. And I'm going to just take it over there. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. No, I'm just being silly. Oh no. I just want to. Okay. Color this in. And this is just that India ink. So that I watered down a bit. But this is going to let me kind of see where I'm at. And like I said, I didn't even rinse my brush off because I didn't want my brush to get wet. But I am, let's see, let's try to, oh, a little darker there, Cal. It's all right, I go with it. I'm going to turn my brush that way just to pull off there, and we'll go in here. And I'm in love. I know I get obsessed with things. Look, nobody has to tell me. I get obsessed. I'm loving using the India ink now. Thank you, Miguel. Thought ahead of that sentence before I got it out of my mouth. But I just love it. I just love it. So now I'm, like I said, I want to do more paintings, but I want to incorporate that. And I have my other inks that I'm going to start doing too, just in it, just because. And I just am loving using it. So that I'm good with. I'm going to kind of let that dry. And I want to put extra branches. But I think I might wait till I put the houses on. Kelly. And I need a smaller brush. So I'm going to rinse my brush off and start with some houses, I think. Why not? Now, let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you, I know I'm talking a lot, but that's just how it is. You see how I have this print down here? A lot of people are get very stuck, get very nervous with a blank canvas. Look, we have all been there. Sometimes you sit down, you know. So use these papers. Tear some papers out of your watercolor book or use printer paper, whatever you have, and print off. Do you know what I mean? Like if you're using a stencil or if you're using a stamp or the jelly plate or whatever, and stamp off onto these pages and then leave them there for the next time and stamp off. And what you're going to find is you're going to have something that when you sit down and look at it, you know, it's going to add interest to your painting. And not only that, you're not wasting ink and paint, because I hate that. And, you know, it kind of can inspire you a bit, if that makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, then y'all are watching the wrong person. All right. Let me get a brush. I also like to talk weird in different accents, kind of. Not really. Okay. So I'm going to go with, I'm using All Deco Art paints. And these paints, that is the greens of the Deco Art Media. It's yellow, green, light, blue, green, light, and Hansa yellow light that I mixed all together and was using on a different canvas. And then the blue, which is Cobalt Turkey. It's turkey. It's a Cobalt turquoise hue. I'm going to try to remember. I know you guys, I'm going to try to keep putting what I use in there, because I know you guys always ask for that and I'm horrible at that. So anyway, that's what I did. And I used a vinyl stencil. So but you use whatever you have. Take a piece of newspaper or paper towel and dab it in paint and do a few pages or canvases even of these different kind of colors and things that inspire you. Leave them dry, and then you can just pull from them when you want to go with it. All right, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I need orange though. I want some orange. Orange. Where is orange? Here it is. Okay. Okay. So now I'm gonna grab some cadmium orange hue. And I'm going to move this for a second. Where the heck am I going to put it? It's going to go right there for now. And, oh my God, it just went in my water. Because I bumped it because I'm that much of a, you know. All right. Let's take a little bit of orange. And I'm going to do houses right here. And I want to do them in different colors. So I think I'm going to do orange. Now, here's what you can do. I will use, what pencil? Maybe I'll use my Stabilo. I don't want to, see, I don't want the dark color because I don't want it to bleed kind of thing. What can I use? What can I use? All right, let's maybe use, since I'm going to use orange, I can use a little bit of yellow maybe. Orange. Okay, so I'm going to put my first house here on the hill. So I just want to like kind of, you know, get it out there. So I'm just doing a circle for this first house. Can you see right here? You'll see it as I light it, as I wet it with my, and that's going to be my first one. My second one will be blue. And you can make these all together. You can make them separate. You can just make 3 or 4. It doesn't matter. But I want this one to be a bit taller. And I'm going to start with this as the roof. And we'll add all kinds of fun stuff to it. But this one's going to be kind of catty-cornered. Because remember, these are whimsical. And, I mean, obviously I'm not drawing houses, okay? So don't get caught up on whether you like it or, you know, how you feel about it. Just do it, because at the end, you'll love it. All right, so I'm going to work on these 2 first. So first I'm going to go into the orange one. I'm just going to take some of my paint, and I'm not going to worry if I activate, hello, Kelly. Words today, girl, words. I just had a cup of green tea. Thought maybe that would help the brain power as it's supposed to, but obviously not. Now you can see I have those colors and those forms coming underneath, and I love it. I don't hate that at all. And you can go over your, you know, use your Crayola watercolor pencils, or even if you don't, just use a pencil, a regular pencil. Now I could have used, you know, water soluble pencil, but I don't want that showing on here as much. I might go in and trace all these out with black, like a marker or black paint, but that's going to be my choice. I just don't want to blow out all that black when it gets wet, if that makes sense. But you can if you want. Remember, this is yours. This is yours. All right, so now I'm going to rinse my brush. Rinsing my brush. All right, now let's do the black, I mean the blue. No, I'm just going to use the cobalt turquoise here, but I outlined it in dark blue, but that's all right. And this, because I'm lazy, I'm just going to go like this. I'm going to squirt it on in a couple places. And I want to decide, I don't know what color I'm going to do the roofs on here yet. So and something to remember is, you know, we're going to add some, like, I don't know, something to these. So even though you're doing plain houses, you're just doing shapes. You're just doing shapes. Don't get hung up on too much. You're just doing shapes. Okay. And did I tell you we're just doing shapes? All right. Okay. And that'll be the next house. No big deal. Now we might want to go, I don't know if I'm going to do it here, but we can do a door here in another color. But I'm not going to do it in that color. I'm going to move this real quick because that's going to end up all over me. All right, rinse on our brush. Then let's pick our next color. How about red? Do a little red. Now, what kind of house do I want to do here? That's the question. What about... Maybe I'll put my girl here. So maybe... That's kind of going to be my guideline. I'm just going for it. I'm not going to make myself crazy. Because I can really make myself crazy. And why? This is primary magenta. So it's not even red. It's magenta. Yummy. Oh, look at that. Okay. Now remember how they say the devil's in the details. So these look very plain. But we can really, you know, get them going. And no straight lines are needed. Look, it's like kind of wonky. That's the whole point. You can make it go sideways if you want. I'm not necessarily going to do that on this one, but you can. But that's what I'm going to do with that. And I'm going to take this color and I'm going to make, I'm just going for it. I'm not even going to think too much about it. I'm going to make a roof. Just like that. Okay. And then what we'll do is we'll outline to, this will be showing more. Now the colors are obviously similar in the sense that it doesn't make it pop, but we'll make it pop. That's the whole fun of it. And then maybe we'll do orange up here. And what kind of roof do I want? I think I'm going to go like this. Yeah, just kind of do that. And you can definitely do all black roofs or whatever color you want. All right. Okay. Now where am I going to put the little girl? That's going to be confusing to me. Now you can do these trees. We can do these trees and we can do stripes and just make a really crazy Dr. Seuss-y kind of thing. You can kind of do whatever you want. But my little girl, I think, let's just make her standing on the hill. I'm going to put a house here too. Let's see. So I want her to have legs. Let me move this in a little bit to see if it helps a bit. I want her to have some legs. She's going to have little legs. She's sitting there. And I'm building backwards so I can kind of keep an eye on how big. Because I don't want her to be too big. I want her to be, you know, kind of in tune with them. All right. So I'm just going to give her a very plain, not going too crazy. Like that. And then I'm going to give her her neck. Remember, there's no rhyme or reason. It's just what we're doing. And then, I mean, if you feel like it, if you get nervous and take your glue, your glue thing or something circle. So you have an idea, but remember it's odd girl and it doesn't really matter. She's not, you know. And then I can see definitely better on the neck area. So what I'm going to do on her is I'm going to get, what color, Kelly? I'm going to get my Santa's flush. I'm going to shake it. And I'm going to paint in her head. Okay. I'm going to paint in her face. My brush still has a little magenta in it, so I'm just going to mix it all in there. It's not going to hurt anything. I'm going to go around that circle. And she's probably going to need a couple coats because we're covering up that background. You can definitely use gesso. Okay. And then we'll run down her legs. And I'm just going to put her arms in. I always have her holding something because I don't want to, especially this small, I don't feel like painting, necessarily painting in little hands. And again, one more coat. Okay, I'll let that dry. And I think for her skirt, her dress, I'm going to use some of this orange still sitting here. And draw this out. Now you can use a little piece of paper, scrapbook paper, if you have a cute piece. Cut it out in a little triangle, cut out a little dress for her and glue it on, definitely. Okay, just very simple. We'll outline everything when we're done, but that's pretty simple. And what colors do I want to do for doors? What color for a house? How about yellow? Yeah. Let's see if we can get a yellow house on this side over here. I'll make it half. Okay, shake it. I'm just going to kind of move this back while my little girl dries, and I'm just going to kind of go for here. And I think I'm going to make it like that. Just a little house here. And we can always decorate that. And what would be the other house? What color? I can do a dark blue. Oh, purple. Why didn't I grab purple? Oh, you're not purple. You're not purple. Come on, purple. I want some stinging purple. Here we go. Okay. This will be in the Purple Sunset Americana multi-surface. I'm shaking it because you know why. It needs to be shaked. Shook. Shaken. Not stirred. All right. All right, and here I'm going to do a circle house, like a kind of like a mushroom, but not really. Yeah, I like that color. You can see I'm doing it thick. I'm sorry, I got lost in my head for a second. I hear these noises. I'm like, what the heck is that noise? But it's the garbage truck. I'm paranoid ever since the tornado. I swear I'm so paranoid anymore. Okay. I'm like, does it look like it's going to rain? I'm going to shower and get in my pajamas. All right, so now we have that. And I'm going to use this color for a door, I think, on one of these to try to have them kind of all in the same thing. I'm going to do a roof here, though. And I think I'm just going to go like this. Come on, work. I have it in my head, Cal. I have it in my head. Kind of like this. I don't know. It's kind of overshooting. All right. Like I said, I'm going to design and, you know, doodle and stuff in it, so. That kind of is that. And what color? I'm going to do the pointy roof in purple. Okay. And I think I might do the door too. I'm going to give it like a, just an oval door, nothing fancy. Just like that. And what else? Okay. Do the houses, I mean the doors for the rest. So, I think orange I'll do. On the yellow. And what kind of, let's do this. Let's do a window here. A window there. And a door here. Yeah. And then maybe a window here. I mean, why not? All right. And I'll trace those out. And I'll just take the rest of my orange. Just do another coat here. Rinse off my... Now I need a pen for... Let me use my pen here. To do her face. And... what kind of eyes I want? All right, I'm going to start with the lips. Okay. Maybe I should use a pencil. Kelly, what do you think for the eyes? Let's see. I'm going to do an eye here. And an eye here. I like that. I'm not going to fuss too much with the nose. Just going to give her a little boopy nose. And then trace the eyes. And they don't have to be the same or anything like that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to trace these legs. I'm just going to kind of scribble in a little bit of a outline on here. And then trace these arms. She's standing with them behind her, just hanging out. Anytime you use pen, any kind of pen, marker, or whatever on your acrylic, paint, or whatever, make sure you clean off those edges, because when it dries, you will not be able to use that pen anymore. I go through them all the time, and I clean them off, but it doesn't matter. After a while, sometimes I forget, and then you know how that goes. All right, so I'm going to take a Q-tip, and I'm going to dab it in my white paint. And I'm going to dab it in here for the white of her eyes so I don't mess up that black outline. So I don't have to go in and do it again. And I'm not going for perfection. I can always touch it up later, but I just want that little bit of white in there so her eyes pop out of her head. Oh, Kelly. All right. Jokes. I laugh at myself. All right. All right, that needs to dry, and then I need some hair. So what I'm going to do now, which is very bizarre, I'm doing it backwards, but I'm going to take my, I got to move my thing here 1 second, because everything's going to fall, I'm sure. Okay. I'm going to take my Neo Color 2s. I'm going to take the blues, set that right here, and I'm going to go in and I'm going to color very lightly. I'm not worrying about getting all of the sky blue. I like the texture. I'm not done with the tree yet, but I do want to lay this down. And I know when I go in, because I'm going to lay it over the Neo colors, it's going to be a little, because it's going to be waxy a bit. But I'm hoping to lay it on top and it won't be a problem. We'll see how that goes, and then you will either do it or won't do it my way. This is just going to be a little bit easier for me to get into these. But you can use your watercolor pencils or your acrylic paint or watercolor paint or whatever you have. It's just, for me, this is what I'm going to do. Just very lightly kind of scribbling it in just to lay some color down. Going to leave away from her hair. Having problems with my hands today, so this will make it so much easier. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to take my water. I'm going to wet my brush. And I mean, there's, like I said, there's a million ways you can do this. And I'm just going to activate it everywhere. Keep wetting your brush. And drag it down. I don't care if there's texture in the sky, because, I mean, when you look in the sky, the clouds, the texture, it does, and I'm not going for realism here at all. Avi, as you can tell. What the frick is underneath here? Like sticking up. Okay, and then we'll go into here. You can use a real big brush for this. You can use whatever you want. You can wet your brush and then touch the crayon, the Neo color or whatever water soluble that you're using. Whatever way works for you. This is just an easy, quick way for me to add color in the background. And you can do this first if you want. I knew I was going to use the Neo colors, and I didn't want to use them first because it would have gave me a little bit of problems. Adding some paint, you know, like writing over it or drawing or whatever. So I just figured, well, I'll just do it this way. But, you know, if you want to be a little bit more precise or for it to be more, you know, this is just me today. Today. Okay, last bit right here. Sponge brush would be great. Lay down, Spike. Garbage people outside. Foam brush would be great to use too. You can just wet it and go to town if you don't have patience like me. I'm deciding on whether I should just speed up the adding details or if I should just sit here and talk through it. Who knows? We'll see how my dogs act up over trash and recycling. Okay. All right, you get the idea. There we go. A little bit right here. Okay. So you see the skies in there. And now the great thing with this, you see I kind of laid all that color down on the background. I love it. And if I want it darker, I can go over it again. Or if I want it smoother, I can just go with my wet brush again. It's going to do it. I just kind of want it like that. I'm happy with that. I am going to take black or gray. Let's see, what color are you? No, not you. No, I don't want green hair. What color are you? Phthalo turquoise, no thank you. Could do silver or gray. I'm into that. It's going to be too clashy with that. I'll just use my marker. Oh, the gray hair that everybody's doing. I have it naturally, of course, but oh, some of the gray hair, I just love seeing that. And I'm just going to add her eyeballs here, right? This is my Faber-Castell. Gosh, you guys, I got a couple messages the other day asking if I would do a giveaway on a Faber-Castell, not a big brush, but the other, the large, where the heck is it? I can't even think. Whatever one I used to draw with. Anyway, so I'm going to be doing that too at some point. Just giving them away. Because these things are like gold. I love these, and I love the jelly rolls, the white jelly rolls. Love them. Love them. So what am I going to do with her? Her hair. Let's give her some... Because remember, she's just a little odd girl. That's it. Just so she has little hair. No big deal. And you can also use these to go, which I can go and trace all these, but I kind of want to add some stuff in them before. But yeah, so she's kind of done. I mean, that's the little odd girl, nothing major. You can definitely go in and give her eyelids like that. And then make her pupils kind of bigger in one eye. I mean, you could do whatever your little heart wants. Because she's odd. See her on the screen, she looks a little... But like she has her hair. She's just an odd little thing there. Nothing major. Alright, now let's do some fun stuff. Okay, so I'm going to take blue. No, I'm going to take green. These are my Deco Art Glass paint markers. I love these. I love them. I love using them on ATC cards. I love using them on my paintings. I love using them on glass. I love using them everywhere. Everywhere. All right, so I'm going to take this, and I'm just going to kind of go in. And I'm just adding this color just around these windows. Again, no rhyme or reason because it's just supposed to be weird. You know? Just adding them in. It's hard for you guys to see right there. And then I'm going to add that. And I think that's all I'll use the green for around here. I can make her eye green though. Yeah. Yep, and then I can do her lips red. All right, so now some blue. I'm gonna just make it a door. And I'm going to trace this like that. And just add, I mean, this is just very little. I will put, I'm going to have to put my other videos so you guys can see like both ones, different ideas, but just wanted to have some polka dots. And here I'm going to draw, because I want it to be, the roof to be separate. Like that, and I'm going to add lines. So just think about doodling. And I'm not going to do the whole page, but just think about putting them in. And then you can follow, that one's going this way. Let's follow this. And do different colors and all. Let's do, let's do it this way. This can take all day because I could sit and doodle forever. I could doodle inside those. I could do all kinds of crazy stuff. You know, let's give her a big heart on her dress. And then color it in. And we can trace it. Like I said, don't forget, you can use your scrapbook paper for the dress. You can do, I mean, you could do crazy hair. We can give her a hat. Maybe we'll put a hat on her. I don't know. Maybe. She's kind of fancy, isn't she? And let's do, so we have white, we have black. What other colors do I have there? Gold. Yeah, let's see some gold. Okay, gold's not been used yet. Okay, we're getting there. The gold's gonna have to come through. Just gonna take us. Oh, here it comes. Okay. These activate so fast. I love them. All right, so for this, let's trace. So it's gonna be too dark, so we know we can't use it there. Yep, same there. Now I'm gonna put some gold on here. And I can do a different color there. Wonder if we go gold here. And then I can highlight it with some white also. Like that, and then we can give it wood green. Very easy. And I must have my other ones of these out there. Out in the living room. Let's see, is this green right on here? Because green and purple are great. Let's do some polka dots. And if you don't have these, no big deal. Just paint them. Just paint the things in. You can use the other side of your paintbrush, dip it in whatever color paint you want, and make dots. You know, it doesn't matter. It's whatever you want to do. And maybe some white. And all I'm doing is making places for me to doodle. Like I can go in between here now and doodle, which I'm not going to do today, but I'm just kind of trying to show you. And if something doesn't work and you're like, dang, this didn't go too well, I can't see those golds, then go in and over another color. Or just go in, you know, leave those and add another color in. It doesn't matter. Have fun with it. Don't beat yourselves up. See, we're just adding. So, okay, so I got this. What color roof am I going to do for here? Let's see. I'll do a funky roof like that. Maybe I'll do orange. Okay. Take the rest of my orange paint. All right, so I'm just kind of just playing. Doesn't matter. And then, give it a doorway like this. And then I'll have to decide. I'll draw with windows and all. But I'm going to finish the tree. I know this is taking way longer than I wanted to. But anyway, you get the point of how to do it. The fun thing is this. You see these. You have this. Now I like to doodle. So you can start and just start doodling. I mean, as easy as this. Just start doodling it the other way. And add in dots. Whatever you want. If you don't want the dots in there, you want to keep following this through, follow that through. You can add these in half and then in quarters. And then just add simple lines. And then have these lines going this way. You see? And you just keep doodling and doodling. Look how cool it starts looking. Especially on these backgrounds. And you can... I mean, really, it's just... I know we've all doodled. And just add different lines in there. And look how cool. And then we can do dots in the middle. I mean, this is how simple, because I know a lot of us have, you know, paint in our hands. Some of us have paint in our asses. Sorry. I make myself laugh. But you understand what I'm saying. So you definitely can just go to town on these and do whatever you want. And it just adds, you know, some coolness. And look up doodles. You know, and just keep playing. And look how that just adds to that. And then we can go in and trace the door. Maybe you don't like the gold on the door, you know, and we can just kind of add these little white dots. And it adds interest to it. It's not, you know. So over here, I'm like, oh, I can't even see that. Let's add like a funky door like this with a big old door handle. Maybe it has a window on top, and that's what this is. I don't know. But we could do windows that are oval. We can make houses look like having curtains in the window. You can do all kinds of stuff. So don't think that you can't. You can mix the colors. This, I would probably go down with all these lines. And then start this way. And then that way. And then this way. But you don't know which way. This way, that way. And then this way. And then that way. See? And it adds just that dimension. And then go up to here. Use a different... I'm using white so you guys can see it better because a lot of these aren't going to show up. But what can we do here? You can do flowers if you want to do flowers. And do the dots and do... You know, and then over here it would be like the end and then try to fit. So you definitely can do that, and you can do lines in between. It's just adding interest. So you can see how quickly these will pop off and give you. Here, I don't like this, so I'm just going to add these dashes like it's sewed on. See? We got a little sew on there, and you can do something in there if you want. You can take your stamps from your stamps and you know, stamp little stamps on here. All that fun stuff. You know, you go back, I'm like, oh, this is kind of dark, you know. Let me go in and try to do a window here and kind of color it in. And then maybe I can even put a, you know, whatever. Now, here's the fun stuff. All right, so this is a lot of fun. Sit and do this in your art journal and take hours to do this. This is fun. Like this is what I like to do. See, I'm excited. I love to doodle, so that's my problem. All right, so I'm just going to see how we make it kind of look like a pumpkin. And you just kind of go in and just go with the flow. There's no wrong. That's the thing. All right, and you're just add more colors, do all that. Now, I'm going to take black because I'm going to show you. Put these away. Okay. So I'll take my black marker right now. But okay, so we have this. So let's add some more. I know we're going to do the tree, but let's do over here, for instance. So maybe you want this kind of hanging down, and maybe there's a spider hanging, right? So we have a spider hanging there. How freaking cute is that? Maybe you want, I don't know, a bird sitting somewhere. So you kind of do your bird. Let's do the feathers in the back. And then the bird. And then his little head and his beak. Color them in. Or if you have a stamp of a bird or something like to that effect, right? And I'm not doing perfect here. I'm just kind of drawing. Kind of looks like a duck, but you get the point. Right? And he's sitting on the house. A little bird. That kind of looks like a vulture, honestly, because that big head. But I'm all right with that. What else can you put? But like I said, I would do spiders. You can do hearts, like, you know, do little hearts all over the roof. Color them in different colors. You know, or have them come out, have like this, right? Like you have these things hanging, and then let hearts hang and color them in. See what I'm saying? And just the doodling, that's what makes it. That's exactly what makes it. So I have this. You guys get the idea. I could sit here for hours and just keep doodling and doodling and doodling. Something that I do like, though, I'm going to show you real quick. Like what else I like to do is, since I did a dark color here, I'm going to take a lighter color brown. And this is called brown sugar. And I'm going to take a paintbrush. Let's rinse that paintbrush off. Except I'm going to use the other side. I'm going to use this. Now you can definitely use brown. I don't have brown sitting here. I have the gold. I wonder if the gold would work. All right, well right now I'm going to do this. So I'm going to stick this like this, right? And then go in and you can add details. So you can just kind of, well, this isn't going to, you might use your brush part. That was very ill-informed of me, isn't it? Come on. Yeah, that's not really going to work on there like I thought it was. It works on paper, but why? Okay, so we're just going to take our brush. Oh, the life. All right, and you're just going to kind of sweep it and sweep it to kind of go with the flow, right? I told you guys, things just don't happen. You guys will write me and say, I did this and this happened. And I'm like, yeah, that happened to me 10 times, but that 11th time, I got it. And this is what I did. That's all I do. Okay, but you see what I'm saying? You can do, I'm a swirl girl. I love me some swirls. So you can definitely swirl, you know? Yeah, let's put that there. Let me see if my marker will work. A little better. Yeah, a little bit. It's like a green, that is really a gold color. But you see what I'm saying? And just kind of go over everything. Add some interest into that. Make it flow. Or you can go in with white and put dots all over the place. Dots, I tell you what, they are underrated. Dots make everything better. It just adds a little bit of, I don't know, something. Brightens it up, and it just makes you feel like you're happy. I don't know. Unless they're dots in your hair because it's lice or dandruff or dry skin, and those can be annoying. But my mind goes there. All right, see what I'm saying? And see how it just adds. You're just adding. And if you want to go from there, this is why I don't do these kind of videos all the time, because I could sit for hours and be like, and you know what else we can do? You can take something pointy. I'll use this unused dental tool, and you can pull it through the white to kind of like spread them out a little bit. And of course, you can always put, paint on here and do it the same way. But I just want to show you. All right, Kelly, we're not hitting all of them with the OCD, honey. You can stop any minute now. All right. Okay. So, you see, I mean, she's a little bit of a mess there, but I'm just trying to show you guys little things. All right. So now, you take your ink, you take whatever. My India ink I use with this. I'll probably use my use your paintbrush. I have a little Sharpie here. Let's see if he works. And now just add some branches in, right? So just kind of go with the flow of the tree. And, you just kind of add them where you want. And you keep playing. And once you get those on there, then you can go in with a little, little stamp, or even like you see how I have this round here. You can use a big paintbrush. And if you dip it in, I'm not going to do all of them, but dip it in white. I'd probably do white or colors that you want to do. And I'd go and stamp it. And then when you stamp it, you can go back and then you can just put different colors on here. Here, we'll do it now. I'm going to put more paint down. Or I could get dry paint on there. And you can get all kinds of cool flowers on there, right? So if you have a stamp of little flowers, definitely use that. Some dead. If you want to do dead leaves, do dead leaves. But you see what I'm saying? And we're just going to go and keep doing that with all kinds of different colors. Let me get some yellow. Just so I can, maybe you guys will be able to see it better. And just no, you don't have to draw those little branches or anything. And it's just, the point is just so it can guide you a little bit to just add some. Because we want it all. And then you can go back in when it's dry and you can add little details if you want with your marker or with your pen, pencil, paintbrush, whatever you have. So you see what I'm saying? And we're just adding. And it's just going to be this really cool wild flower type. You see what I'm saying? So that's kind of, like I said, where I would probably end it. I would probably do all that, or, don't even put that over there. Put this here and put the tree there. Now what I'm going to do is take some yellow, because we got to have sun here somewhere. How about if we just have a little peep sun right here? I probably would have gessoed it first, because then my yellow would have came through first, come through better, but just so you can get the idea. That's it. That's it. This is the basics. I tell you what, I'm going to do a painting with this tree. I'm going to have to try to recreate that on a canvas, because I love this. I'm going to have to do something with that, because I love it, because I have other ideas, but I'm not going to sit here. This has been forever. And you guys are probably still sitting here. If you are still sitting here, bless your hearts. Yeah, so that's kind of where it's at. Like I said, I get so excited when I start doing these, but look at the details you can add, all the cute little things. Think outside of your own box and just have fun. Just have fun. My little odd girl, does look a little odd. She looks like she's had a rough day. But hey, I've had a rough day too. And I love doing this stuff, and I love when you guys request stuff, because I love doing those things for you. And that's it. So, Isabella, I hope this helps you a little bit and gives you a little bit more ideas. I hope it helps somebody to sit down and get the idea with the houses. Like I said, ask if you want me to show you things. Send me requests to show. I have quite a few coming up. I have Secrets. Secrets is probably coming up tomorrow. And a few other ones I have. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys do this. Tag me. I love when you guys tag me. And think about this, which I didn't do here because I was trying to show, just different ways to think about doing the houses. But think about Halloween coming and how cool it would be to make the pumpkin. That's where I kind of got this from. Making a pumpkin, like pumpkin houses, and creepy with spiders and all kinds of stuff. And getting I have sticky spiders and all kinds of stuff. Ooh, what I could do. All right. I love you guys. As always, be kind to each other. You never know what battle somebody else is fighting. And this is kind of what it looks like. I like the background. You may not like the background on there. You might not want that underneath. I like it. It just adds some, I don't know, some texture or something. And I hope y'all have a great day. Let me have a thumbs up if you guys like this and if you guys watched this and enjoyed it. And that is it. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.